Hi there, this is Greg, the Masked Gamer, and welcome to my series of What Am I Doing Wrong on Grimcoven. For those of you who are new to my channel, this is a place for COVID cautious folks to talk about board games. You don't need to be COVID cautious in order to be here, provided there is no harassment, minimization, or denialism of any kind. With that said, I am here by myself today, so I am not going to be wearing my mask. And you can see my face while I suffer and get destroyed. This is my first video in this series. So just as a little bit of a background here, I am very behind the learning curve on Grimcoven because my pledge had a issue, which was not a mistake. It actually still hasn't been shipped out, but I am getting a refund on my pledge, a partial refund. Instead, this is a friend's copy from Pennsylvania who very, very graciously sold me his copy. So I've paid for his copy plus 10% on my copy, plus the shipping for him to send this to me to finally have this game, my most anticipated game of 2025. And then it arrives, and it's so hard. Oh my goodness. I lost the tutorial very quickly as expected, and then had a friend come and we played it two players last night twice against the Tormentor, who supposedly is the easiest boss, and we died on round three every time. Technically, I died because I kept getting hit by the alchemist who kept burning me to smithereens. I am not sure what we were doing wrong overall. I have done some more research online. My one thing that everybody keeps saying is to kill the elite on round two. I don't see how to ever do that much damage on round two. Yeah. Also, it turns out we were doing the critical injury cards wrong. We can heal while we have that. So I'm now going to start a series where I am going to use each hunter once, along with a deputy, in order to do each boss once. The main goal of all of this is literally I want you in the comments to tell me where my mistakes were and what I need to do differently to do better at this game because I love it, but I'm so bad at it that I'm not getting any momentum at all. So that is the goal here. Um, this is a monstrous beast, so we're going to have the camera on wide while we do this today. But I do want to talk about, but we're going to do some story time first because we know I love doing story time. I am going to attempt to do the personal quest of the Book of the Technomancer, and then we'll read the prologue for the Graveyard Dragon level 1, which is what we're doing today. And our deputy today is going to be the keeper because he has a lot of health. So I'm assuming he'll be tanky. I say assuming, but I played the keeper last night and he got one shot 2 turns in a row. So, oh my goodness, it's so wild. I actually, before setting this up today, was unable to figure out any way to avoid having either of having the keeper die with having the keeper survive the first round without getting, how do I phrase this? Let me rephrase that. There was no way for the keeper to get any lament the first round without being near to death based on the first action card. So I reshuffled the action deck already, at least as far as I could see. But whatever, who knows what's going to happen here. I do want to take a minute to talk about this absolutely amazing looking miniature. This graveyard dragon is huge. It is great. Mine does not have a broken arm. I didn't do an unboxing video because I'm 3 months behind and they're already out there. But no damages, some folded books, and all the cards were there as far as I could see. So anyway, we're going to do the Book of the Technomancer. Now, the reason I'm choosing the Technomancer is because I already failed miserably at this game using the Gunslinger and the Keeper. So I've leveled up a little bit to the Technomancer and chosen my equipment just based on the fact that we have this busy minions tile. So yeah, that's going to all happen. All right. Entry 1 in the Book of the Technomancer. My name is Beatrice, and today I have just discovered a failure. The existence of forces governing the world is unquestionable, yet it is not appropriately covered in school. Today, I pointed it out to the teacher, but the man's attitude disappointed me gravely. Not only did he refuse to debate the issue, but he also punished me with detention for insolence. Insolence? How could he have confused thirst for knowledge with cheekiness? I have made up my mind. I will not waste time there any more. Dot dot dot. I have just had a disturbing argument with mother. It seems that she did not become accustomed to the idea of me leaving school. I believe I presented a sufficient number of arguments against the continuation of public education, but she still supports the old fashioned idea of completing school. I do not understand her insistence. School teaches only basic things, and does so in an outrageously fragmentary manner. Besides, it wastes an intolerable amount of time on lesser religious studies and art. I can't afford it. I must speed up the process of expanding my knowledge. I know that there is a goal somewhere in the end. Still, there are mundane obstacles to overcome, such as my mother's obstinacy. I was told that I would not be given any money for self study unless I come back to school. Oh, such persistence! I wish to become a distinguished, like Parthena herself, the grandest sorceress before the fall of Prohome, and yet I might be stopped by such petty obstacles. I am thinking of ways to obtain ample means. Dot, dot, dot. In the meantime, instead of continuing experiments with physics, which I temporarily cannot afford, I have focused my interests on biology. They are easier to conduct as there is an unlimited number of specimens to work on, such as frogs, lizards, cats, dogs, and birds. The study of their anatomy reveals myriad of ideas and conclusions, so many, in fact, that I barely managed to write them all down. I have never felt more fulfilled. Dot, dot. A week ago, I was stopped by the town's authorities and put into custody. What an insufferable nuisance. I am behind schedule now. I do not understand people's silly attachment to their pets. What is a dog if not a specimen to study? Dear God, I hate myself. Don't people know that science is the only true religion and requires sacrifices? Mother's anger is also difficult to understand for me. I am deprived of my tools and instruments here, but even though I continue researching cockroaches and rats, it does not go well because I am constantly distracted by my thoughts of a better life. I am sure there are many who have better conditions and take them for granted without even realizing how entitled they are. I do not know their names, but still I hate them. Still, as soon as I regain my freedom of movement, I am planning to focus on metallurgy. Metallurgy. I am sure that it will not lead to any public offense. I only hope that the authorities have not banned me from using the library. At the end of the hunter phase, if I have a total of 5 burns and or stuns, I will read entry 2. Well, hopefully that won't happen because I'll die. All right. Now we're going to read the prologue for the Graveyard Dragon. The dragon says, I have no memories of the past, no distinct memories, only that I was small and constantly hungry, and I hated wasting my energy. There were days when I lay motionless for hours on end, basking in the sun. Then I sprang up, caught my prey, swallowed up, and lay again for days, digesting it. It was a good life, a simple life with no effort. I think I grew, too. It changed the moment when I accidentally saw a battle. I do not know who fought there, but I sensed an almighty force wrapping in the clash. I couldn't name it, but it intrigued me. It enchanted me with the promise of power, and after I had fed on the dead and sated my hunger, it allowed me to rest even longer. It also showed me that all over those wonderful lazy years I had become a mighty creature nobody was brave enough to disturb. I closed my weary eyelids and slept for weeks, content and safe, and that power never left me. I loved it and called it the embrace. Now, I am not going to describe the cards that I have in play. I am not going to describe any of that stuff because I am going to operate under the assumption that you have seen videos of people fighting the graveyard dragon before. And I'm going to assume that you've seen videos of all of these characters before because I am, as I mentioned, several months behind the curve here. I could not figure out a way to zoom in and show much of this. It's going to be wide view. We're going to hold things up to the camera as we go, and it's going to go the best we can. But we're gonna just start rolling along here. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we are going to fudge. The first thing that we are going to do is we are going to roll the Technomancer's dice. I've taken the Arcane Staff and the Flash Armor with me, and these are the dice I rolled. It does not give me what I need to do what I need to do, of course, because, oh wait, I should also have an orange die. Where did I put my orange? Oh, it's over here. Okay, maybe aha, that gives me what I need to do what I need to do. Perfect. Okay, great. So that's missing. So I have a busy minions card, and I took the thing that will let me just take care of them all in the first round. So that's kind of my goal here. Um, which might not be wise and is probably not wise, but it is what I'm going to do. So, with that said, let's get this party started. First thing I'm going to do is I have to get all the way over there. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get back to where I needed to go. Wait, maybe I did this all wrong. I need to save my sprint to run back through the. Oh, no, 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 no. All of this is going to be different. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to sprint to move 1, 2, 3 spaces into this busy space. So this busy thing gets removed, and all of these minions in this space are now going to be active. Great. You're going to see my head a lot because there's a lot of reaching all the way across the table here. It is what it is, what it is. Second thing that I'm going to do is use my cog to deal 2 damage to each enemy in space 0. So I'm going to kill all 3 of these immediately. And that also will get me 3 laments right off the bat. So that was the Technomancer's first turn. Next, the Keeper is going to go. We have the Keeper starting down here. Keeper is going to try to be doing some tanking today. I can't really do anything with that forge because I'm a deputy. So I'm going to sprint, which is going to let me move 2 spaces into this space where we have a person, and I'm going to get a lament for that. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is deal 1 damage in 0 to 1, and on a kill, get a part of my sword. So I'm going to take that part of my sword and start building my sword over here because you can really see that the sword is there on this wide spread out view, but it's all fine. And I get a lament for that. So that's 2 lament for the keeper. So I planned out that turn way in advance as I was starting the whole thing. So things are going to take longer now as I try to figure out what the fudge else to do with myself. Okay. Next thing is I want to try to get. Oh, I see. I didn't want to sprint there. Oh, no, I had to because of other things. It's fine. Okay, so next we are going to. I want to try to kill that other one in the corner up there too. Just trying to figure out. Oh, I have a movement of 2, not of 1, so that's pretty easy. I'm going to drop a sword into run and move 2 spaces to here, and then I'm going to use a shield to deal 1 damage in 0, killing that, getting a lament, and because I did a kill, I also am going to get 2 shield. And this one's now the keeper is going to get to do one more thing, and I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Does he really only get 3 actions? I guess so. Deputy, 3 universal things. Yep. Um, Refresh and discard, just take one of those away. No dice or rewards from treasure. Yep, that's all. It all looks about right. Okay, so he's got 1 more action. What he could do is kind of just go for that treasure chest. No, he can only move 1 space. Um, he only gets 1 more action, so he's going to go ahead and get a defense token. I guess that's going to be the best of that. You'll notice sometimes the tokens that I use are going to be the regular tokens. Sometimes they're going to be the acrylic tokens because I threw them all into one thing. But what I did do here is I set up the common pools for everything because That's how the graveyard dragon does stuff. He does stuff with that. Okay, so the keeper has to pass. He can't go anywhere else because he only had the one action. So even if I tried to give him an assist, he can't use it at this juncture, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, so the bad guy's gonna move, is gonna basically go into his space and attack him, and then move and do a lot of curses and a lot of shit. And I mean, that's just going to be what happens. So our friend, the Technomancer, kind of has freedom to do whatever he wants for the rest of this turn. He's kind of in a good and safe place. I think. The keeper is not in a good and safe place, but it is what it is. I can teleport potentially. No, I can't. I don't have this dice to do it. So we're just going to use this shield to change this 2 into a 4. And then we're going to use this star to gain 1 tactic. I think that's just kind of the best that I can do right now. Okay. Oh well. And that's it for my first turn. But I got a bunch of lament compared to what I usually would have been able to get by now. So that's exciting, I guess. All right. So we're gonna do the bad guys phase. We're gonna start with an event card, which will probably kill us in one shot. This card is Bolster the Ranks. We are going to spawn 1 Lament in Rift 5. And we're going to spawn a second elite enemy. And I feel like that's already going to be game over for me. But it is what it is, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to spawn another random elite. And I can at least delay it for 3 rounds by discarding 2 lament between the whole group. So I can't do that one because it's already on the board. So it's going to be a vampire one. Okay. So I have to go get that mini. Ugh. From here. Okay. And I'm going to have each of us, no, because I want this guy to, fudge. So I cannot afford to have that come out yet. So I'm going to have each of these folks discard a lament in order to put a total of 3 universal markers on here to delay that from spawning. Well, that was terrible. Okay. Next, minions. If there's a hunter in range 0 to 3, but there is not for either of them. So it's going to move 3 towards the grief bound, and if it can land on the grief bound space, it will gain 2 things. So I have to choose the direction that it moves, I think. This one's the closest to any of us, so that's going to go first. So, oh no, they're going to hit the water. That's 1, 2, 3. And it hits the water. Wait, maybe this should be different. Hold on. Nope, it'll end up there no matter what, and it'll have a shield on. Okay. And then this is going to do the same thing and end up in that same space, also with a shield on. So yeah, okay. Luckily they can't get more than 1 shield though, so they're just gonna each have that 2 shields. All right, great, fantastic. Now we go on to 3. 3 is our Lament Wraith. There is no hunter within range 0 to 2 of it. So it's going to spawn 2 minions, and then each minion is going to move 2 spaces and deal 1 damage. So the keeper is going to get hit. So we're going to spawn 2 minions. Oh my goodness. 1 on 1, 1 on 2. Then every minion moves 2 spaces towards the closest hunter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to have this one, I can choose and it's high, so that's going to move to this way. This one, these two are each going to move to onto the keeper's space. And then each minion will deal 1 damage to the keeper. So the keeper's going to take 3 damage. So I'm going to lose my shield and just take 1. And then this elite loses a token and gets 1 round closer to spawning. I'm probably going to lose before it spawns because this game is freaking impossible. All right, now the dragon goes. So the dragon is going to move 1, which is here because he's moving towards this guy. And then he's going to move 2 towards the hunter with the most curses, which is still going to be that guy. So we're going to go 1, 2, and he's going to bump 2 of these out of this space anywhere I want them to go. So I'm going to move them here, and they're going to fall. And this is going to go like this, and this is going to go on here, and they all have their little shields that are falling off, and I mean everything's pretty much ruined by now anyway. And then it's going to attack me with 2 dice, and I rolled two claws instead of the normal dice. It's going to be okay, so that's going to be 4 damage and 4 curses. So I am down to 11 health. I have 4 curse tokens, and I'm going to gain a stun for each double symbol I roll. But I can't roll double symbols, so I guess that's just not going to hurt me. Yeah, I guess because I don't roll double symbols, I won't get affected by that. So I guess that's good. And then it would move 1 more space, but it's already in my space, so it doesn't. So this gets discarded. This comes here, and this is the one that was going to one-shot me the first round, so it'll just one-shot me the second round instead. That's fine. This goes up to special. We reveal 1 disease card. This will place this card next to the Griefbound board. Curse effect infection. In the status step, roll 1 die. All hunters with a curse resolve whatever it says. Okay. All right. So now we go to the lament phase. Each of them are going to draw a corruption card. First, the Technomancer. Because he has 0 corruption, he can gain 1 tactic or heal 2. He can't do either of those because he's on full health and has a tactic already. So now the Keeper will draw. He can move, heal 2, or gain 2 shields. So he's going to heal 2. That goes without saying. Now we go to the spend lament phase. So first, the Technomancer is going to spend 1 lament, which will let me get a evolution. I can choose between fire barrier and repulse. Fire barrier with a double star, I can gain 1 burn and deal 1 damage for each burn I have. And after any armor action, if armor is powered up, I can discard a burn. Repulsor with 2 shields or a cog, I can deal 2 damage in 0 to 1, move all enemies in 0 to 1 by up to 3 spaces. And with armor attachment, I can move an enemy or 1 other hunter by up to 3 spaces. I think I'm going to take that repulsor because I have a lot of dice. So yeah, we're just going to do that. And then I can spend my other 2 lament to get 2 more. There. Okay. And our keeper is going to spend his 1 to level up. And we have seen the keeper just doesn't have much to do, so he's just going to go ahead and take another marker. During the refresh step, he's going to become first player. We're going to refresh all of our actions. We're going to reroll our dice. We're going to reroll our dice. And I did not get a cog this time, so that kind of sucks. But I do have a tactic, so I can maybe use that. Then we go to the status step. First, each hunter can discard any number of stars to discard a status token. So I cannot discard any status tokens from the keeper because he's a deputy that way. So now we're going to resolve the cursing. So this is infection. We're going to roll one big die. He rolled a claw. So he's going to gain one burn and one stun. Now, I'm going to say that those don't affect him this round, but I do have to stun something. There's no focus on this card. So I'm going to actually do this under the assumption that I'm just not going to get enough attacks out to do what I want to do. I stunned my deal 2 damage in one in 0 there. Okay. Then we start the next turn. So I can do 2 actions. Oh yeah, I mean it doesn't matter what I do the stun on because I'm gonna cleanse to remove the burn and the stun, obviously. I mean maybe that's not obvious, but that's what I'm doing. Then I'm going to try to take care of these other 2 minions over here. So I'm going to use this ability to move 1 space and deal 1 damage. Oh, so that just takes care of the shield, actually. All right, so that's just the shield, but I do get the lament from that space, so I'm going to take that. This is so hard. Okay, that was 2 actions. Now the Technomancer is going to go. If I can, if I can get there, I can kill them both in 1 hit again. Can I? No, I don't have enough stuff to do that with. I'm going to use my tactic, and I am just going to literally re-roll all of my dice. All of my dice are getting hurt. I can't get the tactic out of there. Let's just re-roll all of it. This is not an action, or I decided to use it as a not an action. So that was a little bit better, but still not quite enough to make me be able to do what I needed to do because I can't teleport. I do have a double star there. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and gain a tactic and then immediately use that tactic to reroll these because I need. Nope, still can't do it. Well, no, maybe I can. Maybe I can. Okay. So we're going to use, my second action is going to be to use this star, and I'm just going to move to that space. Okay, so the keeper goes again. He is not going to attack those 2 other things because, oh shoot. So what he should have done, I'm going to rewind this. I'm going to put this 2 damage thing back on this minion and say that instead of doing what I did, I put this thing to deal 2 damage and 0. Oh, fudge, I can't. These things don't stay on. To remove the 2 defense from the minion that's still in my space on the first turn is what I did. So now on this turn, I can deal 1 damage, kill that, and get a second part of my sword for the same equivalency. And then I can do this final thing to move the 1 space and deal the 1 damage to that, like I would have done before. And that still brings me to 2 defense. So I got 1 from landing on the space, 1 from killing this dude, and yeah, okay. But then I'm out of actions, as usual. All right. Technomancer is going to go. Going to teleport to a chosen space in line of sight, which is going to be here, and then is going to use a double whammy to kill both of these. getting 2 laments, and we're just gonna get killed because the monster is gonna do terrible stuff. But whatever, it's fine. Keeper has no more actions they can do, so they have no choice except to pass. So they have to pass. And he can't even do, can he? Cannot place even with him there. Yeah, he can't even use the shape-shifting forest. Okay. Well, that's it for him. The Technomancer still has a double star. The problem is that she can't give it to the deputy because he already had to pass. So he just can't get another turn. So assist makes no sense. So we're just going to use that to get another tactic token. I don't know what else to do. That's it. That's the round. And we're gonna die. So it's fine. Everything's fine. We're just gonna die. It's okay. So first event, Dimension Door. Each hunter can gain 1 stun. Ooh, to teleport to a chosen portal space. Oh, if we teleport there, then the dragon can't hit us. Okay, that's actually good. So yes, we're each gonna. I have to put these stuns. Oh no, because they will move. So I'm gonna put these stuns. They're each gonna do this. We're gonna let. We're gonna let. I'm gonna stun this ability. That's just gain 2 shield because I have another thing that lets me fight to gain 2 shield. And I need movement for the keeper, so we're gonna put this on this deal 2 and range 0/1 again. And now, because we both did that, we can both teleport over to this portal in the corner that I used because I knew this card existed as a way to avoid it damaging me. So that's cool. Thank you, Dimension Door. All right, minions. There is 1 minion on the map. There is no hunter within 0 to 3, so it's going to move 3 towards the grief bound 1. We can do it like this. Nope, it's going to land there either way, and then get pushed over here and get a shield. So this river space that I have that gives these shields to the monsters does me no darn good. All right. Next is the Lament Wraith. There's no hunter in 0 to 2, so it's going to spawn 2 minions. They spawn at, we have 1 on the board, so they will spawn at 2, which is this space, and 3, which is over here. They will each move 2, so this will end up here. Nope, that's closer. Move 2. And then we remove 1 more thing from this, so that's just going to keep getting worse. Now, the dragon deals 3 damage to each hunter within 1 space. There is none. We're going to roll 1 die. We've rolled a star, so it's going to teleport to the farthest Lament Rift and gain a whole bunch of shields. So that is actually, I didn't need to go there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll teleport it all the way to here. And it's gonna get two shields. So that's 1 and 1, and now we can't destroy it. And then it's gonna damage anybody within 2 spaces of the maw, which there is none. So this will go into the discard pile. And the next thing will come up, which is moving 1. All hunters within 1 space will get attacked. So we're fine where we are. Then move 1 again and then do the same thing. And if it rolls, okay, fine. Oh, that can one shot. Oh, that can deal 20 damage to the keeper. Sure, just do 20 damage. Why not? Then this happens. We're going to spawn 4 more minions. We have 3 on the map, so they're going to spawn at 4 and at 5, 6, and 7. So they're just going to keep coming in. All right. Corruption step. First, the keeper draws a card. Heal 2 or discard 2 status tokens. We're going to go ahead and heal 2. And then the Technomancer, lose 1 corruption or gain 1 tactic. So I guess we have to lose 1 corruption because we already had a tactic. I have to stop taking tactics because that's not good for me. Oh, okay, yeah. Then first, the keeper can advance their track by 2, and the Technomancer can attract their move up theirs by 2, and they can get another card. So, let's see. We have a stimulant injection and speed stimulants. The speed stimulants changes stuns to burns. It's a ranged attack, which I don't currently have. Stimulant injection will let you gain 1 burn and 1 stun. And then choose 1. Why is that? That's a universal symbol? I don't understand. If that has this on it, does that mean I can put anything on it? Because I would have thought this would be a square, not a universal symbol. Let me see here. During my phase, it's free to use, but only once per round. That would let me get 4 shield, restore 2 discarded dice, or refresh a chosen action. Or I can get another die. Can I get another cog die? Is that something I can do as the Technomancer, or do I need something special to do that? Technomancer, technology die. A game effect has to specifically state to gain the other cog die. Hmm. I don't know what to do. I think anything that lets me do 2 damage on range is going to be useful. So I'm going to take the speed stimulants. It might be the wrong choice, but it's what we're doing. Okay. So we did that. First player token passes. We're going to re-roll our dice. Oh, gosh. All I'm getting is stars, and I have 1 thing that uses them. That's fine. Then status. Oh, wait. Why did the dragon do the? Oh, he had special before this, right? So that is we have to roll a die for the keeper. It's a star. Deal 1 curse to 1 other hunter in range 0 to 2. So the Technomancer now has a curse, and we start our turn, starting with the Technomancer. So I definitely want to get rid of the focus this time, and I can do that with the speed stimulants pretty easily. So we're going to take 1 of our single stars and we're just going to run, and we're going to actually stop on the treasure chest. Oh no, then I'm not in line of sight. Shit. We're going to sprint instead. I can't sprint. Ah, nope. Yes. Ugh. We are going to teleport to a chosen space in line of sight, and we are going to appear right here on the dragon. And then we are going to use a double star to do 2 damage to each enemy in our space. So we're going to do 2 damage to this card to stop it from hitting us. And we're going to kill this minion here and get a lament. And that was, oh, we get a lament for landing on here. So that is the first turn. Okay, now the keeper gets all their things back. That would, all right, keeper's over here. Keeper's also going to sprint. And ends in this space. And then is going to use this thing, kill this, and get another piece of sword. So we now have 3 pieces of sword. And he gets the those 2 actions. Okay. Back to the Technomancer. Now, I don't think I really have a way to really kill that dragon. I just want to get away from it. But I am. Ooh, do I have? What do I have? I can't teleport anymore. I could run 3 spaces. Yeah. Oh no, I can't. I don't have sprint. I can only move 2 spaces. Oh, wait. I could. It heals. No, that doesn't do me any good. Um, the Hungry Spirits is the cemetery location, which would let me heal and discard statuses, but that doesn't really just. That doesn't just. It just doesn't do anything for me right now. I'm going to use this tactic and re-roll. I'm going to use this tactic and re-roll everything, I guess. Let's see if that gives me anything better. Okay, now I can teleport. However, oh, I can't. I already used the ability. Now I can sprint, but I no longer have the dagger to throw to do what I wanted to do with said sprint. Um, okay, so just see. Um, oh, that let me do things in one range. I can't get there so easily. Hmm. I'm so stuck with what to do so often in this. I have a sprint. That'll let me kill something. Okay, yeah. We are going to sprint and go 1, 2, 3 to here. And then we are going to run and stop here. And that's 2 actions. And now the keeper can still go. Keeper is going to be able to move 1 space. Oh, there's a guy here. The keeper is going to go onto this abyss forge, but I can't really do anything with that space, so whatever. And then I'm going to use this ability to move 1 space into here, kill this, and get this lament. So that'll be 3 laments and another dead minion. That's it for him. That's all the actions he can take. And then I have still the Technomancer can go. So first, we're gonna use this to kill and get 2 shield. Oh wait, I already have enough shield. Why did I do that? That didn't make sense. Instead of ending on that space before, I would have ended here. And then I can use this on the repulsor to deal 1 damage to this and kill it. And then I still have 1 more thing that's a double star. I'm not going to use it on tactic this time. I've learned my lesson. I'm going to use it on cleanse and get rid of this curse. Because it just, oh, wait, he didn't pass yet. So I could use that to give him an assist. Yeah, I'm going to use that on this to give him an assist. And then he can use that to, I can either cleanse 2, I'm going to use that to get 2 defense. All right. That seems better. Then we're done. Okay. All right. We're probably gonna die anyway, so it's fine. Okay, let's just keep going. See how it plays out. Burning Lament, not a grave dragon. Place one lament in Rift 6. Boom. Each hunter may discard any number of laments. Then each hunter chooses one. They'll gain one burn for each lament they have, or gain 3 corruption, ignoring locks. Um, oh, I see. All right. So we're going to have the keeper gain 3 corruption, ignoring locks, and we're going to have the Technomancer get 4 burns in the hopes that we can get enough stars to ignore it. Okay, next are the assassins. So these are close enough to attack the keeper this. So this one's going to come over here with its extra shield. Oh, wow, with its extra shield. I can't even put the shield in here. Oh, come on. With its extra shield. And then it is going to do 3 dice worth of damage. That is, I got 1 miss, so that's 2 damage. So I'm going to just bump that out with my shield. Then this one's going to move into the space and roll 3 dice worth. And that's going to do 1 damage, so not bad. And then this one is within 3 spaces, and it will go for the one with the most corruption. So that's going to be 1, 2, and it gets slid, and then 3, and it gets slid. I think I can choose to do it like that, right? Yeah, I think so. And it gets its shield because it's not smart. And we're gonna say that it can do that. That's how it's gonna work instead of it going here and then moving into the space. Um, I might have gotten that wrong in my favor, but whatever, brah. All right, now the Lament Wraith. There is a hunter within 2 spaces. So it is going to move onto my space, and it's going to attack me with 2 dice. And that is 6 damage and 2 stun. I have my shield of 4, so I take 2 damage, and that is 2 stun. I'm going to try to kill that on the next round. So that's going to be 1 stun on here, and 1 stun on here. Okay, and now we are going to spawn the vampire on the portal space closest to the grief bound. So that is here. And we're going to flip this card. And this one, I've never fought one of these before. If there's a hunter in 0 to 3, it will move 3 towards the one with the most lament, attack all within range with 3. Otherwise, it will place a lament on this card and deal 3 hunger. Place 1. Oh, okay. It does damage based on how much lament it is drained. Because it's a vampire. That makes sense. Of course. All right. Over here. This is going to move 1 space. So it's going to move like this. Okay. It's going to attack all hunters in 0 to 1. There's none to attack. It's going to move 1 more space. It's going to attack all hunters. It's not focused, so it ignores that. It has no shields to get. Oh, wait. I would have only damaged one of these shields when I attacked it before, instead of stopping the focus. Luckily, there's nobody within range 1, so nothing still happens, and it just gets that shield back. Well, that was stupid of me. That was a waste. Yeah. All right. Well, that goes here. The next thing it's going to do is it's going to move to turn Maw, which is, oh, it's going to move it so that the Maw is within its line of sight. And then it will attack all hunters in the marked area with 2 dice. So I think that should be easy enough to avoid. And then this goes to stage. So we're going to reveal the first stage card. Lethal exposure. Level up the grief bound in each elite enemy. So now it will be almost impossible to kill the elites that are still on the board, but it's not like we were having any luck killing anything anyway. Passive. Additional lose condition. If a hunter is dealt a curse and there are no more curse tokens available in the common pool, the scenario is lost. At any time, the hunters may perform the following. Bloodletting. Discard any number of status tokens to take 2 unblockable damage for each discarded. That's not so bad. Well, we're going to put that here. Okay. All right, corruption step, starting with the Technomancer. I just never seem to get hunger for some reason. Okay, we have 4 corruption. We can gain 2 shield or discard 2 status tokens. We're going to discard 2. Oh, wait. How many? What do I need for the little booklet thing? That is at the beginning, at the end of the hunter phase. No, because those came on me during the status. Oh, wait, did I have? I had 5 at the end of. I think I had 5 at the end of the hunter phase. I'm not sure. We'll worry about that another time. We can discard 2. We're going to discard these 2 burning. And then the keeper, his corruption is at 6. He will gain 1 lament and 1 hunger. I can take 2 unblockable damage to move 2 to move, but I'm not going to do that. All right. Now we can spend lament. So first, we're going to spend 3 to get to 7. And see what we have here. We have a blood bomb and portal manipulation. Blood bomb is once per game. Reduce your health by a chosen amount. Deal twice that amount as unblockable damage to 1 enemy in 0 to 1 spaces. Discard all the remaining dice and pass. I think I might need to take that. Portal manipulation. Choose a portal line of sight. Place the portal in any other space in line of sight. Deal 1 damage and 0 from the portal you just moved. I think I have to take this blood bomb card because it's the only way I'm going to kill any of these freaking monsters. So, yeah. So I'm taking that. Then I'm going to spend 1 more to move 1 more up here. All right. Over here, we're going to spend 1 to move to 7. And we're going to get we're going to get a card. This is Demonic Charge. Move 2 in a line, deal 1 damage to all the other hunters and 1 enemy in your new space. During this action, you resolve any of the effects below. You can spend 1 to deal an additional damage, 1 to move 1 space, 1 to target 1 additional enemy. Each effect can be resolved only once during this action. I'm going to draw another card. Defensive stance. Gain 4. You may spend 2 to gain 4 more. Yeah, I like that. What that did for me. I have 3 more to spend. I'm going to go ahead and. Oh, that was what I did. I spent those 3 more to unlock another card. That was the idea. All right. Okay, that's it. Refresh. This passes here. He refreshes his actions. This refreshes to this space. We're going to re-roll all of these dice now. I got a cog. That's good. I hope that's good. And Now each hunter may discard stars to discard one status token for each star discarded. I only rolled one star. I'm going to save that to discard 2 tokens instead. So I'm going to take 2 damage from that burn, is what's going to happen. And the keeper is cursed still, and that's going to be a star. Discard, deal 1 curse to another hunter within 0 to 2. So that puts a curse back on the Technomancer. Okay. So we start with the keeper. Got all these things on this space. So we're going to go. Oh. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do this. No. It's in a straight line. We're going to deal 1 damage to this one to kill it, which lets us get this lament and a lament for killing it and another piece of my sword. So we're now on 4. Okay. This one's got a shield. And then my second action is going to be I'm going to use. What do I want to do here? I can't get across that river. Well, I can. I just take 2 damage. I want to start fighting this monster here. So we're going to sprint. We're going to go 1 here and take 2 damage and then sprint the second here. Yeah. That was my second. All right, over here. I want to try to kill this vampire. But I don't want to do it until I have. Oh, I can't because I don't have a sprint to get there. I can't do the teleport thing. Um, I'm going to use a star to cleanse 2 status tokens. I'm going to save my teleport again and get rid of one of these burns for my first action. And then I need to get to a space where I can teleport over there. Heal 2, 1. That doesn't need rage. Okay, yes. So I'm going. Oh, that's not going to be in line of sight because it's fog. I think I've done that wrong before. I think I cheated. How do I get where I need to get? Oh, I can teleport to any forest space. No, but that doesn't put me where I need to be. Actually, it kind of does. If I teleport to here, and then I don't have them to use. I might not be able to kill that vampire this turn. I mean, nothing's in line of sight anyway of it, so that's fine. Let's just focus on killing this monster. So for my second action, I'm going to deal. Wait, if it doesn't say in line of sight, does that mean it doesn't? If I have something that says deal 0, deal damage in 0 to 2, does that mean that range has to be in a direct line? I don't know this question answer. So let's see. That's game setup. Enemy setup. Hunter setup. Round overview. Actions. Range. So if it doesn't say line of sight, if it doesn't say line of sight, I think that means that I can like hit the dragon from 2 spaces away with this. Is that true? Uh, I don't know. I'm just gonna try to hit the monster in my space anyway and try to fucking kill these things. I'm gonna do that with the speed stimulants. I'm gonna discard these 2 stuns and replace them with 2 burns. Is that true? No, it's not. I'm gonna leave these stuns where they are. We're gonna leave those. Okay. That was my second action. So now we go on to the keeper. This thing has 4 health left. So I think I can kill it. So this will do 2 damage to it. Okay. I'd rather let the Technomancer kill it. So we're gonna use this final thing. Oh, we're gonna want to get out of the way here. I already used my sprint though. Hmm. Move 2 in line. Deal 1 damage to each thing. I think I'm just going to try to do a lot of defense and spend 1 piece of my thing to get 2 force shields. Just kind of like soak it on up. See if that works out for me. It probably won't. I could get another turn if I get an assist from the Technomancer this turn, though. Technomancer needs to do 2 damage. So we're going to use this cog to do 2 damage to each enemy in the space. So that is going to kill this. Technomancer gets 2 lament. Keeper gets 1 lament. And then I have to see if I actually killed it or not. And this is one of the stupidest mechanics in the world. I have a 1 in 12 chance of killing it. Nope. Instead, it's going to come back in 3 rounds. So, yeah, it's going to just come right on back. But at least I took it off the board for now. And we'll stop spawning the other things. Then I have another action, which I might want to use to give an assist to the. Does it do me any good to give an assist to this dude? It does. Because it will stop me from taking an extra 2 damage. I have enough shield actually, so it doesn't matter. So let's just see what I can do with what I have here. I'm going to teleport to any space within line of sight. To teleport to here. Then I am going to use this to deal 2 damage here and move all enemies within 1 space by up to 3. So, oh, that doesn't. It only takes away the shield. Ah, I can move it into my space. Oh, that doesn't do me any good because I don't have another shield left. But I could move it here, and then it gets pushed, and then it gets pushed. And then it's at least all the way at that river. So that does something. And then I have a purple die, so I can do this action. I'm going to discard one. I don't want to discard 1 lament. Because I did that kill, so I would have that one. Oh, but I want to see what this thing does. Yeah, I'm going to discard 1 purple and 1 lament. And I'm going to draw secret card 46. All right, here we go. It's a ruined relic. The breath of the deity is a true blessing. It can be used to heal us, to make us stronger and swifter, even to mend broken equipment. It is a weapon uh, and a powerful one to it. And we need all the weapons we can get. Quest: restore the relic. When you pass on an abyss forge, or lament rift space, place one universal token on this card. You can discard one lament, place two instead. If there are four on this card, put it back into the secret deck and draw secret card 4 instead. Okay. I'm going to pass. I'm going to go ahead and discard that one lament to put two universal tokens on here. And then maybe I can finish that off on the next round, potentially. Okay. I don't know what it's going to do for me, but we're doing it. All right. That's it. That's our turn. Hopefully I did enough to be useful. None of these things happen. Event. Corrupting Hunger. Place one lament in Rift 6. Each hunter who has lament gains one hunger. Each hunter without lament gains two hunger and one lament. So that's going to be two hunger for you. Okay. All right. Well, that was that. Minions. Okay. If there's a hunter within range 3, move 3, attack one hunter in range 0. That's 1, 2, 3. I think I can do this. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Is this all true? Let me check. This feels like I'm cheating, but maybe I'm not. When an enemy moves, they move towards the closest hunter. In case of a tie, players decide. If there are multiple ways the enemy may move, players decide. So yeah, they just keep running on down up that river like idiots, I think, right? Um, I'm gonna say that's the case. Tell me if I'm cheating here, but like I'm so bad at this game, I don't really care. So they just ran and got their little tokens. We discard this here. There is no hunter within 3 spaces of the bloodsucker, so it will place one lament on this card. It will deal three hunger and two stuns to each hunter in line of sight, and then it will move one space, which will be to here. Now this happens. It will move 2. It will turn Maw. And turn Maw means we will rotate it so that the Maw tail has the most hunters in line of sight. It's already like that. Or, in line of sight or in the area of effect attack following this discussion. So it will rotate to be like this, basically. Okay. It'll attack all hunters in the marked area. Oh, wait, that still won't put that hunter in the marked area, so it will just stay like this. It's going to roll 2 dice against the keeper. And I got a star and a claw. So okay, so that is 1 damage and 1 curse and 4 damage. So I'm going to take 1 damage and lose one of my shields and get that other curse. Okay. Then this card goes here. This card goes here. This card goes here. Next thing is Crushing Fall. Deal 2 curses to each hunter in 0 to 1. Attack all hunters in 0 to 1 with 2 dice. If it's focused, teleport to the closest space with a hunter, then attack all hunters with 3 dice. So that's going to be a pretty big hit. Hopefully we can do something about it. Then this moves to special. Reveal 1 disease card. Fatigue. Remove 6 burn token. Remove one less for each hunter on the map. Curse effect is Tarantism. Each time a hunter with a curse resolves a movement action, they move one less for each curse token they have and discard that many curse tokens. So basically, the keeper is just stuck in this space forever. So I guess he's going to start attacking the the dragon. All right. Lament phase, corruption step, starting with our keeper. That's resolving a movement action. Is movement from a corruption card a movement action? I don't think it is. Resolving an action, it must be. Here is a breakdown of actions. Those are actions. Is movement always an action? Is the question. Movement 12. Movement. I don't think it's an action if hunger makes me do it. I think it's only when I use an action card, an action on my thing. So um, move one towards the chosen enemy for each hunger you have. Deal 1 damage and 0 for each hunger you have. For each damage dealt, discard 1 hunger. All right, so I do 2 damage to the boss. We're going to try to go ahead and discard this wing is what we're going to do. 1, 2. Oh, nope. That's only removing a shield. It had these shields. Right, okay. And did that count as dealing damage if it's shielded or is that defended? Shielding the grief bound. I don't know. Damage. Shield. Shields. I don't know. Do I deal 1 damage for each hunger you have? It deflected 2. I don't think I discard the hunger. I think I only deal damage if I actually deal damage. Ah, this is so confusing. Hold on. Let me check this again. Shields. Each of these tokens has to be stored. Defense tokens allow you to reduce damage. You do not gain the excessive amount. When you hunter gains, maybe on the bad guy step, it talks about shield differently. I am not sure. Let's see if there's any other pages with shield. No, it's maybe it's not called shield. Oh, it's called defense. Defense 13. Nope, it's only on that page. Each of these tokens has to be stored in matching slots to reduce the incoming damage. It does not say deal damage. The hunter is also effective deals damage. I don't know. Each of them have the 2 shield. Each elite enemy may hold up to 2 shield. Grief bounds can have more shield. I don't know. I don't know if I lose that hunger or not. I'm going to say I don't, and I'm just going to keep going. I have 10 corruption. I gain 1 hunger and heal 1. At the end of the corruption step, I'm going to reshuffle the corruption deck. Then we have the Technomancer, Frenzied. Move 1 towards the closest hunter for each hunger that you have. So that's going to be 1. and then 2, and I take 2 damage and discard some burns. And I would deal damage to each hunter in my space, but there are none. Then I check my corruption and resolve. It's at 8. I may gain 2 hunger to move 2. If I don't, gain 1 hunger. I'm gonna gain 2 hunger to move 2 and bring myself back here. And then I have to shuffle this deck because the thing said to shuffle the deck at the end of that step. And then I can start to spend some lament. For the record, my goal for this session was to stay alive as long as possible. I know I have not damaged the boss at all. That's not even like bothersome to me based on like how this game has gone for me in the past. I am just trying to stay alive for as long as I can. So, for whatever that's worth, let's go. All right. Okay. So we shuffled that. We start with you. We're going to advance corruption by 3 to get another thing. I'm going to get another card. Teleport to a space within 0 to 2. Deal 2 damage to one enemy and 1 to another. Okay. That's nice. I love it. Then you are going to just move up 1 space. And that is that. Refresh comes to here. You're going to get your tokens back. You're going to reroll your dice. Okay, no comment. Then I can discard some stuff. I'm not going to though. Oh wait, curse reduces my movement. I'm gonna discard this to get rid of this curse because I don't want that to happen. Over here, I can't do that. So that's just shitty for me. And now we start with the Technomancer. So the Technomancer is going to do what they need to do to kill the monster here this turn. We are going to it has to be within range 1. That's fine. We're going to use this single shield to move over here. And then we are going to reduce our health by 4 to 2 in order to do. Oh, no, 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 no. That has to happen at the end of the turn. Oh, hold on. Hold on. This is different. I am going to use a dagger to deal 2 damage to the boss card under the assumption that hopefully it will get killed. I'm not going to discard those stuns. I'm going to sprint to this space. That's my second action. Okay. Now the keeper goes. I've got 3 swords right now. And I need to do 4 damage. I can do 2 with that. I can do 2 with that. Okay. So my first action is to get 2 pieces of the sword. That brings me to 5. And then I'm going to use this to deal 2 damage to the boss. Oh, shoot. Never mind. Because that was the first 2 damage was doing that. still have to do it this way. Hopefully I can figure out a way to deal 4 more. I'm going to need an assist for that, I think. So we're going to, how are we going to do that? We're going to deal 2 damage to the boss that we're on. And we're going to give an assist to you. Then on your turn, you're going to do this to deal 2 damage. And you're going to do this to move 2, but you can't because of this. And that will deal 1 damage. And I'm going to save that other token for the thing. Oh, no. I'm going to spend one of these to make that an extra 2. So now that does kill this card. So I've killed a card. That's exciting. Everybody gets 1 lament. That is my big reward for killing a card. 1 lament each. But I do reveal this opportunity. I get to roll a die. Oops. I get to roll a die. And I got a claw. Hunters within 0 to 1 may refresh 1 chosen action and restore 1 discarded cube. That does, like, pretty much nothing for me, as far as I can tell. But I guess I get that back. And then we refill the track anyway, and now I'm going to get smacked with a bigger attack. So that sucks. Okay. What's the point of killing a thing? It just still attacks you. I'm going to take all the damage because I can't move. Well, sucks. Okay, well that was 2 actions. Back to the Technomancer, who is going to use their first action to speak with the witch and resolve secret card 11. A random secret card 11. Okay. Hope she has something nice to say to me. It's the witch's request. The witch hides her amulet in the shape of a blood moon and in a cold voice asks you to offer some magic to help her perform her experiment. We're going to block this ability with a thing. Each hunter on the witch tile may perform the following. Discard 2 stars and pass to place a thing on this card. When there's 2 things on this card, the ritual is complete. Each hunter heals 3, or draw secret card 9 and choose 1 player to get it. And put this card back in the secret deck. All right. And then my second action is to reduce my health by 3. Discard all remaining things and pass to do 6 damage to the vampire and kill it. I will get 3 lament for that. The keeper will get 1 lament for that. And we'll see if we can get rid of this guy. I'm sure we can't because it's only a 1 in 12 chance of getting rid of it. And I don't, but I do get to put 3 tokens on it. We're going to use other color ones because we're out of universal markers. And so at least the vampire will be gone for a while. All right. Back to the keeper, who still has some more turns to go. He can do this to do 2 damage to this card and at least prevent the focus effect of it from happening. And he can do this to get 2 defense. And hopefully that will be enough to survive another round. Okay. This is actually the longest I have stayed alive in this game, by far. So something is changing. Kind of, I guess. All right. Overwhelming fatigue. I only took one look over my shoulder and froze, seeing the death-stenching monster ravaging the castle. I knew then that the fate of my father was sealed. Place one lament on Lament Rift 7. Each hunter places one stun token on their run and sprint actions that have dice on them. Okay. If you're fighting the Graveyard Dragon, deal 2 curses to each hunter on cemetery spaces. All right. The Assassin, they're going to do their little thing where they run up the river and fail, because I've decided that's what they do. These each lose a token. The dragon's going to deal 4 damage, which I'm going to block with this shield. It's going to move 1, but it's already closest to the nearest thing. It's going to turn its tail. So we're going to do this to make sure that we're within line of sight of me with the tail. It's focused, so this other thing does not happen. And this goes away. The next thing is going to be to gain a shield, do damage to all hunters within range. 1, deal 2 curses and 4 stuns to all hunters on the map. They may divide those statuses among themselves as they like. Oh, that's lovely. But for now, we're going to spawn 4 more of these things. So there's 2 on the map, so they're going to spawn at 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Okay. Everything's going to get stronger again this next turn. I don't know how you're supposed to do this much damage to stuff. I don't know. All right. Corruption steps, starting with the Technomancer. Hunger. Move 1 towards the closest hunter for each hunger that you have. Okay, so that's going to be 1. That's going to be 2. Oh shit, I take 2 damage. That's going to be 3. I take 2 damage and go into critical mode. So critical mode is going to be a card. One of these cards. And we're going to discard everything too. I have to have no minions on the map or have 6 lament in order to survive. But first things first is I discard all of my hunger. I discard all of my statuses. Oh, those go back into the pool here. All right. Yeah, okay. But I'll continue with this. I have a corruption of 9. So now I gain 2 hunger, but I can't get negative effects. For each hunger you gain, you may either move 1 or deal 1 damage in 0, but none of that counts. Then the Keeper has 3 hunger. Move 1 towards the nearest closest hunter for each hunger you have. So he is going to 3 times is going to move and take 6 damage, but never quite get to where this person is because of the river. I have 13 corruption. I can gain 2 stuns to move and gain 2 things. If not, I get 2 hunger. I'm just going to get 2 hunger because I can't move anyway. That'll be fun. All right. Then we can spend stuff. So first, the Technomancer is going to spend 1 to move up 1. We're going to check this stuff. I can place a portal on my space or shock. Deal 2 damage in range 0. You can gain 1 stun to increase the range of this by 1. During any weapon action, you may gain 1 stun to deal blah 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 blah. That's an extra attack action which I need, and I'm gonna get another. I'm gonna get another thing because I have 3 more of this. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna probably need to take another die here, but yeah, I'm gonna take another die, And based on this card that I just drew, I'm going to take a black die, I guess. Over here, we have 2. This is going to get me to my corrupted side. So this is the first time this is ever happening. I have become corrupted. I don't know if this is good or bad. I'm assuming it's going to be somewhat good, because I'm assuming it's going to make me stronger. Is this? No, that's not. So this is the same. I am corrupted. So we're going to change out my little dude for this little dude. And I don't think there's a way to become uncorrupted again. So I think this is just where it is. And let's see what's on the other side of this card, because I haven't even looked at that. So now I have an advanced keeper. After you flip, choose one. Either heal 4 or gain 5 swords. We're going to heal 4. Unsealed sword. On a kill, gain 1 sword. Deal 1 damage on a kill, gain 1 sword. Deal 2 damage and this is not any better. I mean, it does 1 extra damage when my sword is completely full, and that's it. But I can move 3 spaces now. That's the important part. But I can't move 3 spaces because I can't move 3 spaces. So that's lovely. Okay, great. And I'm on the water, so I'm just going to move further away if I try to move, which is also shitty. Oh, but that will help me kill the minions, but I'm not going to be able to kill all the minions. This is all terrible. Okay. How does this perdition thing happen? Final perdition or whatever? Final perdition. After losing corruption, no, corruption. When you reach 15, you turn to the corrupted form. Oh, it just has more chances to trigger me. So I did not get to do. I have a thing that lets me teleport, and I don't think that counts as a movement action. Each time I come through, they move 1 less. That's not a movement. That's just a teleport. So I think I can use that. Okay. Sure, I can. Why not? Why not? Refresh. We're going to pass this here. You're going to refresh your 4 actions. You're going to refresh your dice. Oh, I was supposed to use that assist token. I didn't do it. Right, whatever. All right. You got to roll your dice. I did not expect this to take so long. I'm so hungry. I still have to cook. Goodness. Wait, I moved some accidentally, so it's that. Right, here is what we have. I don't think it's going to let me do most of what I need to do, but whatever. Status effects. Oh, this was on a thing, so I guess it has to be on the same one. That's it. Okay. So the keeper goes first. I think the goal is going to be to try to just get the 6 lament by just rampaging on this boss. So with that said, I'm going to use my first token to teleport onto the boss and deal 2 damage. So that is, it doesn't have a shield. So that's 2 damage. Next action is going to be, I want to get a shield token. I could just do 2. No. I'm going to do this to move 2, but I can't. So I discard the 2 curses and then spend one of these to do 2 damage. Okay, that's at 4 now. All right, now the Technomancer goes, who just happens to be in a lovely space where they can do things. Very simple is going to be to drop this sword and deal 2. Is that right? I want to deal 2 damage. Use this to deal 2 damage. That's going to kill this first card. And we're both going to get a lament. Hopefully I can get up to 6 this way, although I'm not sure if it's going to be possible. But we shall see. This gets discarded. It's a grief-bound card kill, so I roll this. I do not refill the attack track. That is actually bad for me because I was hoping to kill more cards to get more lament. But we'll see how this plays out. This has 6 life as well. So I'm going to try to take out some of these little minions instead. So we're going to use this dagger to deal 2 damage to this minion and get a lament for that. Okay, the Keeper. Is going to do some more damage. He's going to do this to do 3 damage to this thing. And then I want to do 2 more damage to that. Oh, I had to do this first to get 2 parts of the sword, so I won't be able to do 2 more damage to that this turn. I can't do anything else this turn. That's actually it for me, potentially, unless I give myself an assist, which I could do. That lets me deal 1 damage and 0 to 1. How can I do 3 damage? Here's the question. I have to give a die to you. We're gonna give you this assist. And we're going to deal 2 damage to the boss. Is that accurate? Yeah. Now, the Keeper's all the way over there. I'm not going to do that assist. Instead, I'm going to say I did 2 damage to the boss, and then I do 1 damage to the boss here, which will give me a shield of 2, because it's a kill. It will give me 2 laments, and 1 lament to the Keeper, and destroy this card. Oh, this was dead. I killed this. So it's 1, it's 2. Okay. Then wait. Oh, that was instead of that. So the Keeper doesn't do anything else. So now I go and I can move. How do I do this other damage that I need to do? I need 2 more laments. I did that. No, I didn't. I did that to kill it. I need 2 more laments. 2 more laments. Well, I don't think I could get it because I don't have any other way to do another attack. What did I do here with my last thing? I gained the 2, I gained the 2, I gained... Nope, that was all attacks. I don't think I can do it. If I had used... Well, I'm going to go to this space and get a lament. That's 5. No, okay, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to use this to sprint, and I'm going to go to this space and hope that this will do something. This is heal 4, gain a purple die, or discard all shields from every enemy. Let's get that purple die, and maybe this will change things, but I doubt it. A star. Nope. So now I'll run here, and I still can't do a kill. I just can't do it. So, beginning of the minion phase, event phase, it's lost. But the good news is I did some damage this time. Yeah, this game is just so hard, and I feel like these things should have been beating me up, and I just wasn't doing it. But that's all I've got in me for now. Hopefully, I'll have stamina to try one more time today, which will be attempt 5. And I feel like I made a lot of ground this time, but I also feel like I cheated a ton. So whatever. It's just hard. It's hard. I'm missing something. I don't know what it is. But that's it for that. Thank you for tuning in. Please, 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 in the comments, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what I could be doing better because I want to master this game, and I'm so behind on like making content for it because it took forever to get here. So I know that like it's not going to get views for all of that stuff, but I really, really I'm asking for help. I'm asking for help of like how to be better at this. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And whatever you do, keep those health bars full. Thank you and have a great day.